talking about bunkai, right? You never really heard that before, because we don't really talk about that in Tracy's Kenpo. But bunkai basically is the breaking down of like kata for the reason of fighting concepts, fighting aspects of it. Now it doesn't mean you're going to do long form one. That's it. No, it could be a long technique too. But any technique. So if you could think about that, breaking it down, how can we make it work? So a lot of people see these basic videos of us doing something, or like a Chinese sword or a Japanese sword. I'm just showing the technique, and then they go, no one ever throw it that way. No one ever be scripted that way. Yeah, cool, but you have to learn it first, which you understand that from this point. But now, how can we extract that stuff and put it into fighting? So today, what we're going to do is I'm point out a few things, but then we're going to spar. I'm going to try to use techniques. You could try it if you see it, but I'm going to look for techniques, but different things. Let's start off with short form 2. We did this in group class the one day. But remember how we started with the bow? You move forward, block chop, step with the other one, block chop. You see the rocking of that? Now try to just go 1, 2, 1, 2. Go for a flow. Don't worry about power right now, but go for a flow of your stepping. Go. So a lot of people think of the bunkai is in the technique itself here. So all you can think about is this, throw a punch. Now I just came in and hit you. See, I didn't need to do block chop again, because now I turn to the bunkai. Boom, 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 there's a punch. We're fighting 1, 2, 3. But the concept of that is not up and down. You're not like a roller coaster. I know when we walk, we kind of bounce a little bit. And when my wife, when I was dating her, she used to wear a ponytail a lot. When she would walk, her ponytail would bounce and sway, because that's a natural thing in a walk. I thought that was cute, but when fighting, it's not cute. They go whoop and then get punched right in the mouth or nose or something, you know. So it's giving you a tell when you do this up and down. So I want you to work that.
I know, Roger, as you've shared with me, as I'm doing like long 3 and long 4, I'm trying to stay. I'm actually fixating on a part of the wall to keep my eye level there, to keep
keep your height zone.
Keep my height zone.
Yeah. All right, keep working with it. Keep working with it. So you're still choppy with it. That's the bunkai. That's the training of the traditional art. It does work. What are you guys reading? Is that my book? I hope you bought it. Talk to you guys later though. Let me know what you think. Alright, so you get the idea of that, right? The movement of it. But we want to smooth our stuff out. When it comes to fighting, people fight differently. They're not going to sit there and go, do a Chinese sword. Go do it. Why would I have my hand down in the first place? Someone might throw a straight punch at you. Right? So what you got to do is move that out of there, right? And come on in quick. But here's the risk about like Chinese sword. Now I can get overhand right. Or straight punch. Or not right, but left. But coming straight punch too. So there's risk involved in that. Throw a punch at me, right? I don't have to have the full range that we teach. I don't have to have a full range block. Oh, here's a concept. Throw the other punch. Now I can grab you, or I can just keep my guard up. Now for fighting, we're not chopping. We get, for like sport fighting, sparring, you're not chopping. You're going to have a closed hand. We're hitting with those. But you see what I'm talking about on that? It's not like I'm coming out, hey, 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 hey. And here's a lot of my old videos, which I'm sharing on the shorts right now too. And I'm looking and go, I'm just showing the technique, but my posture sucks. I'm okay, but I was just trying to get the gist of the technique, the idea. I wasn't trying to get fancy with it. I wasn't trying to break nothing down. But I think that's where YouTube got me better, because I started noticing it's okay, let me fix things. I throw a punch, right? See this? Now I'm not going. Now, boom. Throw that punch. Throw the punch. So now 1, 2. There's circle the sun, or circle in the sun. I couldn't think. Oh, what technique is that?
This-
600 something techniques I know, but what technique is that? I don't know.
This is the challenge. When you're doing a technique static, just even Chinese sword,
Yeah.
where you're doing it, and obviously you want to get tighter. When you're doing it, when somebody literally throws a punch, the ability to react, I feel like I'm much better in the course of an actual a punch being thrown at me.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more proficient. But I should be able to be just doing it like this, as well as if you're throwing a punch. I should be as adept to do both. Is that part of the lesson with me and you know, as you're doing these videos, is to make things consistent regardless if you're just, you know, fighting somebody phantom versus an actual punch by an opponent?
Yeah, the punch is different.
It is.
It's not. There's variables. There's variables when you're sparring. You know, like hands up. With fighting, you don't know where it's going. Like a lot of people say, no one's going to throw a punch like for Japanese sword. Have you ever heard overhand right? That's why I said that earlier when I was throwing a left. Overhand right? No, it's overhand left. But Chuck Liddell made a pretty good thing on that, throwing hooks, pretty much. That's what it is. It's a long hook, really.
That's his
So
bread and butter.
you're here to here. Wham! That's a long hook. Well, do Japanese sword from there. This hand. Lock it out. Switch your stance the way you were. Because that's where you were, right? Right there. So that's perfect, right? Well, what if I'm throwing a straight punch? Block it. Go. Boom. Okay, so no one's going to hold their arm out like that. Of course not. But throw this. Here we go. Stay there where you're at. Go. Go. But the training of that should be something. Oh, it's open.
Should be.
You only have a moment. You know that from sparring. Like from here, hey, please don't hurt me. Throw a punch at me. I don't care what you do. Boom. I throw something again. There's Chinese sword, right? Throw it again. Oh, Japanese sword. I didn't know what you do. That was a weird strike, though. That was a really weird strike.
I wanted to throw you off.
Did it. Did it. Did it. Did it. Did it.
What the heck is this all about? Come on, man, you're relentless.
Hey, man. Man, get the heck out of here. I don't know what that guy was about, man. I don't know. Ah! Ah! Lamb chop now? Alright, we're gonna do Dance of Death, which is one of the longest and controversial moves in Kenpo, but also a lot of people love it because it's like so cool looking when you do it with a partner. But here's Dance of Death. Walk you through with me because you don't remember it that much, huh? You might when we started. Step with the left, block, strike. Now from here, grab the leg, step in the elbow, back fist, chop, grab their foot, flip them, axe kick, hop off, chop, stomp, step off, kick. Okay, so Dance of Death obviously is pretty long. Alright, come over here. Throw the right punch. Step with the other foot even. It doesn't. Why does it have to always be the front hand that? Because we train it that way, right? Throw the punch. So I'm here. Whoa! We're right there. Where are you going? You don't want to be hit with that.
No.
That's your technique. That's the bunkai of that technique. A lot of our techniques aren't just, hey, this is self-defense. This is what you're gonna do. No, we're giving you kind of ideas, points of references of where you get hit. So a lot of our techniques are just showing you that, okay, I get hit this. So we're hitting pressure points, nerves. We're hitting soft targets. Right? We're hitting things that are just going to take you out if I just hit that by itself. I've separated by itself with that shot, that target. Cool. Now we might have something here. All right, take them down. Cool. Now we're learning how to take somebody down. That doesn't mean you have to do that together as Dance of Death. Dance of Death will never work in a hole, but break into pieces it will. So you want straight, think about here. Throw a punch at my head. There's Dance of Death. I just ducked the punch, I grabbed your leg, I could take you down with the elbow. So I didn't commit because I didn't want to slam you on the floor or into the wall. You didn't know I was going to do that.
I did not.
You know, so think about it. We're fighting. Start punching at me. Come on, come on, come on. Now swing at my head fast. Boom. I got a single leg takedown. Okay, well, if I just blast this, grab, there's an elbow to the body.
And I'm going.
Okay, so from here again, start throwing punches at me. So now you block because where's it going? All right, do it again. Throw the punch. Now I go high. Well, that goes more into your sleeper. But I didn't have the sleeper target. Why? Because you moved. You moved.
And I moved into.
Yeah. So the techniques aren't going to work as we are pictured into that. That doesn't mean it's all BS. I hear bullshito a lot on YouTube. It's all bullshito. I don't even have to respond to that. Because if you take it out of context of what that is, you know, everything's not a show on YouTube, man. Sometimes we're just doing, I see some good martial artists just showing things and they don't want to put out their videos because of people's comments.
That's too bad.
Me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I told one guy rocket ship, I don't care. It doesn't mean nothing to me. I send stupid little emoji type things, little pig face or a monkey or, you know, I sent a crab, little picture of a crab and something else to somebody. Because I don't care, man. You leave a stupid comment, I don't have to answer you, but sometimes if I do answer and you answer back, that adds to the algorithm of YouTube. But it doesn't bother me when people say stuff, and if it's too nasty, I just take it off. If they like offensive to, you know, to other people, I'm taking it off. I've had people defend me, had people agree with them about me. I just love it. It's just whatever, man. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah. But that's the thing is, this stuff, it does work. You just can't think of it as these are the techniques. You can't be a robot. Make sense? Okay, let's put some gear on and just kind of go at that.
Okay.
You good? All right, Greg. So like I said, just spar me normally. If you see something, just do it. If you think about a technique too long or try to force a technique too much, like trying to get the idea of these, you're probably going to get hit. You know, so you could do it, you know, if you want to, but I'm going to work on that. You just come at me, however. I'm going to just try to just move to what comes. And if I think about it, I go, that's from this technique.
Okay.
That's from that technique. It might be just a footwork. It might be just a block to it, and then I'm moving. Maybe it's just one strike. Who knows? Pieces, parts. Like I see someone doing delayed sword who's doing all right, and I see it in the comments that they go, well, delayed sword will never work. Okay, I've used it in sparring many times. It's just about getting out of the way. It doesn't mean I have to come straight back. Like, come at me, right? I can step on an angle. It doesn't mean I have to hit that block. It doesn't. All right, here we go. Let's fight. Oh, Chinese sword.
Yep.
Outside of the arm.
I was going to do that too.
You almost did block in the kick. Downward block, punch. But you got stuffed on your timing because you were trying to come in and you then that threw up. You weren't even thinking. But you went and you couldn't even get that punch. But you had the idea. With the right timing, it could work. Nothing's guaranteed. Got the whole room where we're jamming the camera. Right. That's from striking mace, startled cat. So basically I just pushed it. I could step in or don't step in, but that 1, 2 works. A quick parry. Let's try that from over here. Because I'm fighting you here. Say I throw this, right? Just parry block, then punch. Parry, punch. Oh, the hand. So parry block. Oh, parry. Now punch me with the other hand. You got 2 hands.
Okay.
Go. Now from here, put your hand in mine. Start moving your body out of the way. Now if you really need to, if you, instead of doing this, just do one. Right, like throw the punch at me, right? See, I stepped. You doing this. Doesn't have to be that. Third punch. Now look. I can close that off. It does work. Alright.
So I'm sliding.
Yeah. Do it again. Just parry block and move this foot only.
Still sliding.
Yeah. A lot. There we go. Now from here, just punch straight on with the other hand. Could you do the Chinese sword? Possibly. But what if you parried and this hand is there more? Or what if you decide you want to get past me? So from here, I'm throwing back fist at you. Parry block. Move your body out of the way and then move with the other foot. Move it that way more. Yeah, now step in with the other one behind me even. Now I get on the move. I don't think you get the concept of that. You have to watch a video.
Okay.
Throw a punch at me. Look at me now. Wow, you gotta watch a video. You know, you're trying to get the concept, you weren't. I might have to really break that down. But watch the video, you see what I'm talking about, what I just did there.
Okay.
Alright, let's fight. Wait, stop. That's delayed sword. I didn't need to do this. I didn't need to do this. What I did was pull it in. Bang. Full cat or just pull it in. You still got that. That's delayed sword. Alright, come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright, break. Did you recognize that movement? Block, kick. Chop, chop. Elbow, claw. Oh, arcing blades. Block, kick. Punch, punch. Bang. You can use this stuff. It just has to be right timing. Alright, just spar me. Go, fight. Come on, hit me high. Come on, Greg, hit me. Come on, well, that was Jeffrey's sword. Come on, Greg, I got you all fearful now. Clean it up, clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up, Greg, come on, yeah, there you go. Gotta move my hand down. You're gonna get hit. That's, haha, wait. Oh, did you see what I did?
Yeah, what'd you do?
You did the. Alright, so I did like crossing hammers. I did crossing swords, reversing hammers with the cross step. But instead of having the block out, I adjusted it. Coming over here. Alright, throw the punch at my head with this hand. I did this. Then I walked out.
So when we're sparring, it's difficult to know exactly the technique, but I'm sure watching the video afterwards and critiquing it, I'll be able to know exactly what it is. You get some semblance when Sensei Roger's coming in at you, but I'm trying to think of a way to combat it versus, oh, that's this technique or that technique. I'm trying to stay alive.
Like I was saying off camera there too, the techniques aren't a waste. You're not going to do a whole technique or like Dance of Death. You got pieces parts. You might be able to pull off Japanese sword. Might not. I mean, the guy has to throw it just right. I was trying to throw a hook at the one dude years ago, one of the guys I trained with, Alvin Worlds. He's a good fighter too. And he came around, he just went boom, grabbed my neck, stepped off, and had his hand level right here. I was like, he just did Japanese sword at me. He goes, I know. So it worked on me as a black belt because he had the timing. I threw that punch just right. I don't know if I was throwing a ridge hand or I might have been throwing a ridge hand at him or a hook. I don't remember. I just know, next thing I know, he had my neck grabbed and I'm down like this. His hand's here. I'm like,
wow.
With boxing gloves, he grabbed like this. So this stuff can work with the right timing. There's nothing perfect about it. You know, if we're going to get hit, these techniques that we learn are to help us with movement. I believe all the secrets we have in Kenpo lie in our techniques. You know, theories in there. You got your movements, your footwork. You got your stances. You got your strikes, all your blocks in these techniques. You have everything you need. Now separate it. Bunkai. Find the fighting concept in it. And that's what a lot of people don't get. They see the techniques, these don't work. Well, are you looking how to make them work? We're teaching you movements here. Now let's Let's make it real. And that's why I turned my last half of my career into trying to make it more realistic, even though I don't always show it that way right away, because you still have to learn the moves. All right, here we go. Let's fight. We learn a spinning back kick and a technique called ascending to heaven. You stand up, you step back, bam. And the technique is stupid from a hole, right? Where you're sitting on the ground, you stand up, step back. You all right? You
No, it just got, yeah. So
you
again,
hit my
technique,
shin.
yeah, it's,
But the thing is, you step back, turn, spin back kick. We don't have a lot of spin back kicks in Kenpo, but some of our techniques have it just so we can practice it. You have kicking drills. You have speed drills within our techniques. There's so much in here.
yeah,
But
this
to
is a
apply
little,
it
this
to
is
fighting.
no.
You alright?
No, I'm gonna be fine, it's just a little.
It got that nerve.
Yeah, it's been a while since you get something like,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah. So I felt like I was rambling on a little bit about the stuff, or coming at you with a lot of knowledge fast, and just I was just trying to make make a point. I didn't want to say, hey, let's just work this technique only. We got so many techniques in Kenpo. There's probably way too many, but they're not way too many, because you think about it, is a lot of these techniques are just real close to the other ones and just giving us variety of a way to get there.
You know, today I got hit a lot more clean hits, and what it was is I was reluctant to go on the attack because I wanted to kind of see these techniques, how they would impact me, and boy did they. So I was slower, but
you're hesitating. Right?
I was, but I wanted to see and then almost resonate. Okay, I knew that technique, I recognized it. So.
Yeah.
Sensei Roger got some really good clean hits on me, and it was a lot of that is because he's so good at it, but also I wanted to kind of slow down and see what exactly he was doing. And then I was also thinking about, like, I was going to do a U-punch. How is that effective? I don't know, but I wanted to at least try a couple techniques. But you're so closed, and there's no target against you, so I really can't.
Just coming out to the U-punch. So that's a part of it right there. I think you nailed it on the head. To understand how can you use these techniques in actual fighting or sparring like this. Sparring is practice to fighting. So to actually understand that takes practice and takes cognitive thinking. You have to think about this. You have to bring yourself into it. You have to see it. Sometimes you gotta get hit doing it. And that's what I've done for a while. When Mr. Miller told me sometimes we have to put the book down and teach the martial arts, that's why I said, let me look deeper into the techniques. Because I don't want to say, well, let's stop teaching the techniques. No, you can't do that, but what's in the techniques? There's a whole lot more. I got a friend of mine now, made friends with me. He came to me. He's Grandmaster Gary Gioni. He likes to try to push my mind. And he pushes it, hey, think of this, do that. Like he talks about, from the salutation, how many techniques, pull 10 techniques out of there.
Did you get that? I know you were working on that.
I did, but I haven't put it on video. Yeah, because I was thinking about doing it with somebody, but think about sowing the seeds, throw a punch, right? So I black out, I hit this. Here, look at this. So from here, all right, so I'm here to here. The hands are going in that motion, right? I'm coming in here, look, I'm changing my position. So that's the thing, is having somebody else to say, hey, do this. He watches my videos, sometimes I post from out of state too. Wow. He was in the New York area for years. I don't know if he's in Massachusetts now, but he's close. He was in New York, and he's like, hey, do this. He'll call me up sometimes. But that's the thing, is we have to really think about this stuff, especially as you start entering closer to black belt. You should have a higher knowledge of all this. Instead of worrying about knowing all 30 techniques to each belt, right? Knowing them, remembering them. How about this? If you just take 5 to 10 techniques and really understand them before black belt, out of each belt, that would probably take you to another level. Start thinking about the bunkai. Start thinking about what can you pull out of these techniques to be adaptive for fighting. Throw a punch at me, right? So at this point, I move my head, I can block, now I can walk out. So this is how a lot of times people practice that technique where we hear they go, oh, cool, cute and all, but you're never going to react this way. That's cool when you're doing, that's why I always say it's like a drum roll. Throw a punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw that punch, throw it on the other side. Here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chinese sword, throw a punch. So from here, am I going to step and punch at or block at the same time? Probably not. Here, throw a punch at me. Block, move, chop, whatever it takes. Watch this. Block. Right, so I start moving this. I start coming in, throw the other punch. Okay, so I can adjust and adapt. I don't have to say, this is a move. No, but can you put it in the sparring? I've been told years that this stuff doesn't work in sparring. Okay, I can't eye gouge you in sparring. I can't chop you in sparring. It's frowned upon. Let me just, wahoo, full on cup shot, kick you in the crotch. Bust out your knee. Grab your arm, break your elbow. No, that's frowned upon. Throw the punch, right? This, turn instead of cracking the elbow, how about just punch to the rib? Sowing the seeds. Throw a punch. Block, punch, punch. Do I need to finish it? You're probably going to be on the move.
Or on the ground.
Or on the ground, one or other. Or you're going to hit me. So I figure out either you're going to hit me, you're going to cover up and move, or you're going to be out. Sometimes if you're like this, what kind of fight is that then? Okay, I'm good, cool. You done? You good? I don't want to hit you no more. You good? You do it until the threat's over. Does that make sense?
It does.
All right. So if you haven't subscribed yet,
Do it.
do it. Subscribe. God bless.
Hey, Lamb Chop, this is a pretty awesome book.